Indeed, it is true, as I have said before, that the rate of infections may indeed surge upwards or fall if we fail to comply with the protocols issued by the Ministry of Health. It is my prayer that we shall see the rate of infection fall because Kenyans will comply. But we must always recognize the possibility of an increase if we do not do that which is necessary. Indeed, as of this morning, I have been informed that we have cumulatively tested 57,650 samples, out of which 1,192 persons have tested positive for the coronavirus disease. And in the process, we have lost 50 of our fellow Kenyans who have fallen to this disease. Because also of the impact of this pandemic, it has also had a negative impact on our economy. And there are many Kenyans who have been stripped of their dignity, cannot feed their families or pay their rent. And many of these Kenyans find themselves in very vulnerable and difficult situations. And that is why, as a government, we have been trying to do everything we can within the resources available to see how we can support these vulnerable Kenyans. That is why every single week, my administration has been dispatching a total of 250 million shillings to vulnerable families. Many may ask why we have chosen to directly send money to these vulnerable groups. And this has been motivated by two key reasons. One, in the past, if a family couldn't feed itself because of floods, famine, or other such natural calamities, we rushed previously to give them food aid. Take food in bags, rice, maize, oils. But then what we got to understand is that what happened was that government would get suppliers, we would give them the resources to buy the food, we would arrange the logistics of distributing the food to those in need. But unfortunately, with this method, what we have discovered over time is that we lost almost half of these resources that we gave to relief suppliers. We lost almost half of this to brokers and those who are organizing logistics. So therefore, very little of the resource actually reached the intended target groups. So therefore, we had to change this method by taking advantage of increased technology which is now available in Kenya. And we have now changed the mode of delivery and replaced it with one where money through M-Pesa is directly sent to families. And through this process, we have managed to bypass brokers and various cartels that used to dominate the sector. But also, which is also equally true, as a result of this, we have also managed to catalyze local economies through the injection of 250 million shillings each week through these families into local economies across the country. Money in the hands of a family also restores dignity, for it gives people the power to make economic choices in their local spaces and not depend on lining up waiting for food relief. And these choices, I strongly believe, catalyze and help us build the economy from the bottom up. Indeed, during these unprecedented times of coronavirus, we have to cushion our economy. And we must cushion our economy from below up, not from top down.